Okay, when I got back from Sweden said there's not enough resources. I was very happy with the Swedish hospital systems. They were really attentive and really great at. She believes I had a kidney problem and I couldn't stay long enough because of just problems with the train and being scared about. So, this is me. I was not perfect, but I dressed up nice and I looked nice. This was as I went back from Sweden, and I always was attractive. In this time, I really only ate oranges and peanuts. I was a very healthy person. Suddenly, I got back to Christchurch and I thought, I can clear my name now. And they were building VIP support for the 7 women. And I was trying to get hold of people. So for years, they started a pipeline of $2 million here. And I was trying to get hold of anyone I knew, and I couldn't get hold of anyone. I only really got the information about Facebook saying, so this is 2 years ago. You can really see that they've really ruined my face, can't you? Like, they're ruining my health. My stomach looks really disemboweled. In this time, this girl was fighting for her rights and going up to Christchurch I went to the library every day, and it was a library at, I think it was the 3rd floor. Is it the 3rd floor? I think it's the 3rd floor. And right at the back, there's a kind of a bit of an information desk, and right by the information desk is all your civil rights. And I sat there and I researched my civil rights for about 3 weeks or something, and I was really enjoying myself. I felt like, that's something to be motivated about. At least I've got something to focus on because it's really tough. And I started reading slavery books, and I was like, okay, I am still like really naive about the trouble I'm in. And so I read about it, and I realized my media rights were being breached, of people bullying me and mimicking me online. I also realized that my human rights to discrimination and being old and then being not good enough for Reuben were being breached. And I also realized that all this bullying, all these jokes are also some sort of media breach, because you can't just go around bullying people online. You have rights. So I look really good there, right? Yeah, and then I got to my mum's after this, and she gave me this makeup from like contouring, and I felt quite happy, and I was happy at home. And suddenly the 7 took me out of my home and ruined my life. I started a business, and I'm not talking like a business that would have been a billionaire's business. It was just so, I'm just selling art. I'm just trying to make ends meet because of abuse, and I'm cooking to get my, to pay my way. And I was out there campaigning about gender violence, and then I heard that I'd lost my right to speak because they made a massive world peace ring, the Indians, and they basically banned me from love and made a massive world peace and of the light. But this is who this Jenny is. She is a fighter for human rights. She was fighting for, most of my life I've been involved in organisations that get a bit of morale about helping other people have better lives or helping some sort of cause. Like, I get real into that stuff, especially in groups. It's kind of fun. But I lost my way because I got so abused by Kylie's giving me some sort of cancerous substance. And then I think she went online and told everybody I'm a psycho to really cover, again, Ruth's family, because they were the ones showing Izzy B. It was in my phone that Izzy B was going to Kylie. And basically a whole group of them, like Alfred and all these other people. And they covered her. Like, they covered all of them. And basically I got executed as low quality oil in these cars. And I tried to speak out to the cops and ask about witness protection because I could see it was a crime. And they locked me up instead by making me look like a liar. And so I went home back to New Zealand because I kind of got deported without really being told I know my mum was really stressed, and so in that time, the frogs and the tigers took over world love and world peace and cut me out of the society, basically. And ever since then, I've never been the same. They've ruined my health and put me to death. They've sacrificed my womb for my future generations. They've sacrificed my eyeballs so I'll never be attractive. So this is a real case of a vendetta of somebody that really doesn't want me to be beautiful or seen or really famous in this life. And I'm telling you, it's true. Because to keep coming after me when I don't have anything to my name, I don't have anything to be threatening apart from my voice. So I either got politically assassinated when Penny or Peggy or whatever her name is was doing a campaign to pick her to Jodie. They did a massive campaign to pick them. And basically I met Kelly, and she also wrote me a letter saying that she saw that I was half price next to these girls. And they've kidnapped Kelly off me. That family is obstructing justice. Her and John. What's her name? Ruth and John are obstructing justice because they keep interfering with my family, and they keep interfering with any witnesses down in Christchurch, and then a lawyer's gone around and then put a massive 30-year disclaimer for Amanda, and now I've got no rights at all. And so I'm left in a lawless land, and I've been killed and executed with femicide. And so they sacrificed my vagina and ruined it. They've cut it all apart. Now they've sacrificed my eyeballs. They've sacrificed my womb. They've sacrificed my anus because it was virginal. And then they've sacrificed my cells and my great health by putting cancerous substances. But I just want to say this woman here was studying her human rights in Christchurch with no rights while the whole country was calling her a spinner, a loser, and I still had my future ahead of me. I still was fighting for my future, and instead they've just put me to death. They fight really dirty. They just go and like rape you or pay people to torture you to death with vaginal fluids or age your face and make you really ugly. So even if I march tomorrow, I'm saying these girls that are high-spirited and Buddha-based peace lovers and K-pop, I'm so sensitive. Can you please gently rub my hand because I'm a sensitive flower? Did she get a bunch of gangsters beat the shit out of her, pour acid up her, drown her and all this stuff? I don't think so. And do you know who did it? Kylie and her mates did it to me. Kylie and Lauren, and made me be the stink flower of all the universe and did femicide. And I want help because basically they have been torturing me for almost 7 years, locking up my consciousness, locking up my right to work for 7 years. And I want to know, what's this big deal? Is it because they don't want me beautiful, or is it something to do with Reuben? Is it really weird that I'm such a target of all of this all the time? Like, I'm never allowed to succeed. I've got cops after me. I'm never allowed to just walk down the street. I've got to get memes after me. I've got to be followed and stalked everywhere. And I just want to have my own life. Like, I don't want to be watched every day. I want to have time to change my life, and I want to go and meet different people and feel something different. And that's the thing about transformation. You can't be the same person your whole life. You can't. It's like, you can say it's multiple personality, but I disagree. I just think when people go through things, like this is such a negative situation where this is such a bright person that loves life, loves people, finds nothing but innocence and purity in other people. When I see them, I just see people that take, I don't know, before they made me feel so manipulated, I didn't have problems with people. Most people are quite straightforward with me, eh? And the people that were liars eventually kind of just either left my life or I weeded them out. But these guys are trying to say I'm a weed and you need to uproot me. So they're on a mission trying to exile me all the time, and I want to know why. I just want you to know this is a real murder. This is a genocide. They're really murdering me. And I want help for humanitarian workers out there to start asking international aid, not because it's like I'm dying and I'm really terrified. And I think when I'm scared, I actually come across as angry because I just can't. I don't know, there's something in me that just feels a lot of fear, and it makes me talk kind of like aggressive, but I'm not. And before this, my life was about a loving God, and it really was. It not like, I reckon I was kind of more like a Buddhist, but like kind of like that kind of mentality. Like I'd kind of been brought up around those philosophies, because my grandmother is Chinese, and there's Buddhas all over our house and my grandmother's house, and there's Buddhas all over in my mum's house. And I was about peace and harmony. But the thing is when I went to church, I also like some of the thinking and what I've seen. There is some, I don't know, I've just found some truths. But before this, my life was never hostile. I never had problems with friends. I found it really easy to make friends, and I had a very gentle, loving, kind personality. And I didn't, if people were aggressive or didn't like me, I'd just kind of like sort of sidestep and move out of the way and go somewhere else. I'm not really like, I don't look for fights. I don't really care to keep engaging in negative situations, but I'm always in negativity, and it's taking its toll on me. And I don't, it's just really hard, because they've taken away the best years of my life. They've taken away my dream to be a mum, and I'm really dying, and I want some help to die, because I don't see the point of staying alive. It's like these guys that are using me for everything, just want to keep me alive, to keep sacrificing parts of my life or making me give up global influence and jobs. So it's just an ongoing occurrence. It's like everything good about me, they sacrificed it. This girl was going to be a journalist. She was out there trying to find out what to do with all these human rights, sort of like, not human rights, sort of human compassion centres for like Red Cross and places like that. And she was reading and writing every day about it. And now they've just made me so ugly, and it makes me feel like I want to kill myself, not because I did wrong, but they did wrong, and they continue to do wrong, and they continue to sacrifice everything that I build and everything that I work for. So I worked for this human rights stuff and writing to all these Red Crosses, and they've basically blacklisted me and showed videos to make me look bad, and they've basically replaced me and made somebody else be a human rights worker. And basically I think Italy is going to never let me stand in my own power and keep always replacing me when it comes to work. So I'm saying it's better to die, because what kind of a life can I have if they're paying all my family and friends to outcast me, and you get to all live a happy festival life, and somebody is very cunning and very hates me because they've realised who I am and have stopped me having absolutely any friends or family to interact with. Just that's misery, like making me frank energy and keeping me trapped as a dog. Nobody wants to be a dog. Nobody, not even ugly people, want to be like tortured for 8 years that they're a dog. If you're ugly, you just want to get on with your life and be a hermit and go and meet other ugly people. But they won't let me do that either. It's like I can't handle it anymore. That's why I'm suffering and suffering and suffering and suffering and suffering. And at the end of the day, it's like, well, why don't you just help me die humanely? Because you take everything that I do. You take it away. I built a massive studio at my mum's to do all this knitting. It was a production line, and then I did all this baking, and it just all went to Charlotte. I can't handle it anymore. This is what happens. Every time I create something, they take it off me. They make money. They make huge money out of my ideas, and then they just kill me off. It's happened so many times. In every job I go to, they interfere and ban me. Every friend I make, they've interfered and banned me. And now I'm just an old, used up lady that's been fucked to death and used and ruined and butchered, and is just ingesting chemicals every day so everybody else can be happy and beautiful. Why don't you just let me go then? I'm never going to have my life back. If you only want to be the pretty one and your only happiness is to control me if I'm ugly, then it's not a life, is it? This is something personal, where somebody doesn't want me to be pretty in society and somebody doesn't want me to be somebody successful, because every time I'm at a job, the cops come and make sure I'm kicked out of my job for years and years and years. So what is it? It's not journalism. Don't tell me it's journalism. This is some sort of personal obsession with my life.